Be attentive, all of you. Open your books, science books, page number 26. Okay, I'm going to share screen and be attentive, sit attentively, and all of you have to turn your cameras on. Okay, turn your cameras on while you are in the lecture. Okay, in the previous lecture, we have studied about an atom. What is an atom? What is matter? We have studied that in the previous lecture. So, what is an atom? An atom is the smallest part of an element that cannot be further divided. Okay, then we studied about matter. What is matter? What are the three states of matter? So, matter is anything that has weight and that occupies space. And also, all the solids, liquids and gases are matter. Okay, all the things, whether they are solid, liquid or gases, they come in matter. So today we have to start from change of state. This is our topic, so you have to open up page number 26. So we are going to start from this topic, change of state. So what is state? There are how many states of matter we have studied? There are how many states of matter? One of you can tell me. Yes, Manahit, you can tell me the answer. How many states of matter are there? Yes, yes.
There are three states of matter:
Yes, what are these?
solid, liquid, and gas.
Okay, good. So we have studied how many states of matter? We have studied three states of matter. These are solids, liquids and gases. So, and we have studied the properties of the states of matter. So what are the properties of states of matter? That solids have okay, I'm going to ask one of you what kind of properties we have studied about these three states of matter. Now who will tell me? Yes, Ibra, you can tell me. Raise your hands who want to tell the answer. Okay, so we have studied the properties of matter. So what are the properties of matter? Solids have a definite shape, liquids have no shape, and gases also do not have any shape. So this is the first property of the three states of matter. So solids have a definite shape and they have a definite size and volume. Liquids do not have a definite shape or size, but they have a definite volume. Okay? They take up the volume of any container if they are kept in. Okay, and gases do not have any shape, neither they have a volume. They take up all the space that is available. Okay, so like if we just perfume in one corner of a room, slowly the fragrance spread in the whole room. So it means that gases do not have a definite volume. They take up all the space that is available for them. So today we have to start from change of state. So what is meant by change of state? Okay, so we have studied that water is a universal solvent. Water exists as a universal solvent means to say that water can exist in all the three forms. Water can exist as solid, can exist as liquid, and also in the form of gas. So these are the three states of water. These are the three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. And water can exist in all these three states. That is, as solid, water can exist as ice, and when the ice melts it changes into water, liquid, and then again when if we boil the water it starts changing into vapors. So this is the change of state. So continuously water, if we just heat it or cool it, it changes its states. So water can exist in all these three states of matter. So we have studied that water exists in all the three forms as solid ice, liquid water, and gas, water vapor, or steam. So these three states are interchangeable, means they can be changed into one another. Solid can be melted into water and water can be evaporated. So these are the three states of matter. The water can exist in all these three states. Okay. So water is the universal solvent because it can exist in all these three states. So many other two substances change their state when they are heated or cooled. So like if we just melt like an ice cream, if we melt an ice cream, it changes its states, it changes into liquid. So there are many other substances that can also change their state when they are heated or when they are cooled. Like vapors, if they are condensed together, they changes back into liquid. So this is the way substances change their forms. But the temperature at which they change their state is different for different substances. Okay. When matter is heated or cooled, like in a solid, we have studied the shape of a solid. What is a solid like? It has a very firm shape. Its molecules are close together and they cannot change, they have no space between them. So they cannot move. We have studied in solids that they cannot move freely because they have no space between them. Okay. But if we talk about liquid or gases, they can easily change their shape because they have space between them. So whenever matter is heated or cooled, the space between the molecules changes. Like if it is solid ice, then there is no space between the ice molecules. But if it is melted and it changes into liquid water, then the space between the molecules increases. So whenever the matter is heated or cooled, the space between the molecules changes. So the molecules either move closer or far away from each other. If, for example, if the ice is melting into water and the water is evaporating into steam, then continuously the space between the molecules increases, because in liquid there is more space between molecules and in gases the molecules are very far away from each other. So continuously the space between the molecules increases. But if we just reverse this process, if we just change, like if we condense the steam, it changes into water and the space between them lessens. And similarly, if the liquid water is then changes into solid ice, the space between molecules completely finished. Okay. So it means that these are the changes of state. Okay, these are the changes of state. Molecules continuously changes their state whenever they are heated or cooled. So as you can see in this picture, what they are telling you, solid upon heating it changes into liquid, and liquid upon heating it changes into gas. If we just reverse this process, like gas upon cooling it changes into liquid, and liquid upon cooling it changes into solid. Students, be attentive. I want everyone attention to this. Okay, listen attentively, all of you. So if we just put a bowl of a bowl of water in a freezer, okay, after some time it will changes into ice. It begins to change into ice. Similarly, if we just put water on stove and it starts heating, starts giving heat to it, then the liquid water changes into gas. So this is the changes of state. These are the changes of state, that the matter can change their state. Okay, matters can change their state, but there are some forms of matter that cannot change their states. That cannot change their states. Okay. Like if we talk about like for example, there are some things that cannot change their states. Okay, so uh, in this I have some examples like plants are also basically matter. Okay, plants are basically they are living things, but they are also matter. Okay, but like plants can exist in a solid form, and there are some things like wood. Okay, now wood can be broken. Wood has a solid state. Wood can be broken, but it cannot change its state. Okay, wood can be broken, but it cannot change its state. So what I am going to tell you that there are some things that can change their state, and some things cannot change their state easily. So wood can be broken, but it cannot change its state. A door, it because it is made up of wood, or it is whether it is made up of steel, it can change its state. uh, I mean its shape, but it cannot change its state. Okay, so now we are going to the next page. You can open types of changes. Okay, open the next page, page number 27. Students, you have to turn your camera on while you are studying. Turn your camera on and be attentive. Turn your camera on. Okay, similarly, like I have already told you, and you can look at your books as well. On the next page, first two lines. Similarly, when a gas is cooled, its molecules come close to each other and it changes to a liquid. When cooled further, the liquid changes to a solid. Like I already have told you, if we just cool a gas, it begins to change into liquid. Like if we condense steam or if we condense gas, it changes into liquid. And if we further cool the liquid, it changes into solid. Like if we just put a bowl of water in a freezer, after some time, after 2 or 3 hours, it changes into solid ice. Now, look at the types of change. Okay, now there are two types of changes, reversible and irreversible changes, and physical and chemical changes. Okay, so reversible and irreversible changes. So what are reversible and irreversible changes? Okay, there are definitions written in your books, but I will just told you from these pictures that what do we mean by reversible. It's just you can understand from the term reversible. Reversible means can be reversed, can be turned back, and irreversible means which can't be turned back. So there are two types of changes. Reversible changes means changes which can be reversed, which can be moved backwards, and irreversible changes which cannot move backwards. Okay, so you are seeing some pictures in which they have shown you some reversible changes and some irreversible changes. Like this one, first picture, as you can see, this juice, if it is turned into ice, oh sorry, if it turns into ice cream, again if the ice cream melts, it will turn into the liquid form. So it is a reversible change. Okay, because both are reversible, both can change into one another. Then you can see a chocolate. Okay, if a chocolate is melted, and if we just put again the melted chocolate in a freezer, again it will turn back into the solid chocolate. So it is also reversible change. Now look at the third picture, this one. You are seeing an egg. Now it changes into a fry egg. Okay, so is it a reversible change or an irreversible change? It is an irreversible change, because in this the fried egg, which is now changes state upon heating, it cannot be turned back again into the egg, okay, into its original form. So what do we call this kind of a change? Irreversible change. It is an irreversible change, means it cannot be reversed. Now you can see this wood is burning. If we just burn this wood, so can the burned wood be changed again back to its original form? Now who will tell me the answer? I want answer from you. Yes, Manahid, you can tell me. Yes, students. I want you
Yes, teacher.
to answer. Yes, Manahid, tell me. If is this burnt wood reaction is reversible or irreversible?
Teacher, irreversible.
Why? Is there a reason? Yes, Minahit. Yes, Minahit. Is there a reason for this? Yes, anyone can tell me the reason? Any other student? Yes, Ishad, you can tell me. Yes, Ishad, you can tell me. I have unmuted you. I have unmuted you. Please tell me. Yes, Ishad. Can you tell me the answer? Okay, students, you are not answering the questions. If you just go on in this way, then you will not understand properly. कि मैं तो आपको पढ़ाई जाऊँ और आप मुझे आंसर नहीं करते. Okay, this is an irreversible change, this burning wood, because when a wood is burned or when anything is burned, it will turn into ashes, and the ashes cannot be returned back to the original form. For example, if you burn a paper, the burnt paper turns into ashes. Okay, and again that ashes cannot be turned back into the paper, original paper. So this is also an irreversible change. Now you can see the snails. Now what happens in this picture? All these nails are rusted. All these nails are rusted. Now you can see from the colors, and the color shows that they have rusted. So what happens? That rusting of iron, it is also an irreversible change. Rusting of iron is an irreversible change, because when iron is rusted, it cannot turn back to the original form. Okay, next picture is candle. Now the candle, it is in a candle, and now the candle is burning. You can see the candle wax, it is melting, and as the candle wax is melting, it begins to like melts down. It is melting down, and now can it be returned back? No, it cannot be turned back to its original shape. Basically, the candle can be turned back to it can be if it just stop the if we just stop it giving heat, then it will stop melting. Okay, but it cannot be turned back to its original state because it have melted away. Okay, now I just look at the definitions in your books. Now open this one page and just underline the definitions below the activity. I will read the activities later. Just underline the definitions. Such type of changes which can be reversed. You should have pencils in your hands. Okay, you need to underline. Such types of changes which can be reversed or moved backwards to get back the original substance are called reversible changes. Now I hope that you will understand what do we mean by this. The change of state of water you saw earlier is also a reversible change. Like this one, this is a reversible change. What is an irreversible change? If you burn incense or wood, they change to ash. Now it is not possible to change ash back into incense or wood. These type of changes which cannot be reversed into the original substance are called irreversible changes. Now you need to underline these two definitions. What are reversible changes and irreversible changes? You need to underline these definitions. Now you understand from these diagrams that what do we mean by reversible changes and irreversible changes? Changes which can move backwards like this. These two pictures, they are reversible changes. Now, these four pictures are irreversible, are examples of irreversible changes because they cannot be done backward. Okay, they are irreversible. Okay, next topic is physical and chemical changes. Okay, this is also an example of reversible changes, and which I want to ask from you at the last. Okay, so now coming to the next, changes in matter, physical and chemical. Firstly, I want you to underline the definitions, then we will move towards the pictures. Underline the definitions. Okay, below activity you can see this one line, second physical and chemical change activity. Then just skip this paragraph and come to the definition. A change in which the substance remains the same and no new substance is formed is called a physical change. Now, okay, a kind of a change in which no new substance is formed is called a physical change. Okay, a change in which no new substance is formed is called a physical change. Like for example, just look at this paragraph. I'm reading this paragraph. Burn a piece of paper. You can do this activity at home as well. If you just burn a paper, any paper, so the product you will get is ash. What kind of product you will get? Ash. Ash is a new substance. Now ash is different from the paper. If you burn something and you get ash, then ash is different from the original paper. Its properties are different from those of the paper. Okay. So what it will be? It will be a chemical change. What is a physical change? In which no new substance is formed. That is called a physical change. Like if we just take water, example of water, we have studied that if water changes its state, these are all reversible changes now. We can also call them physical changes. Okay, because in them no new substance is formed. As you can see, water changes its only state. Okay, it just changes from solid to liquid to gas, but it doesn't change its means to say it no new substance is formed with it. Okay, so it is a physical change. But if a substance is formed, a new substance is formed from something, then we can say that that it is a which kind of change? Chemical change. Like if we talk about paper, the paper upon burning, it changes into ash. So the ash will be a new substance. Okay, it has different properties from the original substance, so it will be a chemical change. Okay, it will be a chemical change, like burning paper into ash. So a change in which you can come to next page, this one minute. Yes, this page. You can underline the definition of chemical change, which is written in the first two lines. First two lines, the definition is written. A change in which a substance changes into a new substance with different properties is called a chemical change. So what kind of a change is a chemical change? In which a new substance is formed. Now I have many pictures and examples for you in which you can see like this one, that which changes are physical changes and which changes are chemical changes. It's quite easy. Like what is written in the first one. Now this row is about physical changes in which no new substance will be formed. And this row is about chemical changes in which a new substance will be formed. So firstly, physical change. Now what are they showing you? Cookie crumbling. Cookie crumbling means if we just broke a cookie into pieces, it will come into this form. Now if we broke a biscuit into pieces, it will take this form. But is this change physical or chemical? Obviously this change will be physical, because no new substance is formed, only it has broken down. Now ice melting, ice melts into water. It is also a physical change. Now breaking of a pencil, you can see from the picture that the pencil has broken. but this is a physical change because no new substance is formed. Tearing of a paper, now you can see if we just tear a paper, it will attain this shape. And what is written? Dissolving sugar in water. So if we just dissolve sugar in water, it is also a physical change because no new substance will be formed. Okay. Chemical changes. So chemical changes, but you cannot say that physical changes are reversible. Okay, because physical changes are not necessarily reversible. They are not necessarily reversible. Means जरूरी नहीं है कि वो reversed ही हो. Okay, like if this biscuit is broken, it cannot be returned back to its original shape. This melted water can attain this shape. This broken pencil cannot attain the original shape. This teared paper cannot attain the original shape. So it means that it is not necessary that all the physical changes are reversible. They are irreversible as well. Okay. Now coming towards chemical, a new substance is made. What is written? A new substance is made. As you can see, okay students, you can also prepare charts about this topic. Like this is just a chart of some student which I am just showing you right now. You can also prepare a chart in this way, and you can show some physical and chemical changes or reversible or irreversible changes. Okay, this one you can do at home. So chemical changes, for example, I am showing you burning wood. If wood is burning, finally it will change into ash. If an egg is frying, it will attain this shape. What is written? Baking a cake. If we bake a cake, it cannot come back to the original state, to the original ingredients. Okay. If, what is it? Lightning or burning. If we burn a matchstick, okay. If we burn, this is, they have shown you a matchstick. If we burn a matchstick, what will happen? It will just burn down. Okay. It cannot come back to this form. A nail rusting. If a nail rust, it cannot come back to this form. So all these changes which are irreversible. Now chemical changes are irreversible. It is necessary that they are irreversible. They cannot be turned back. So, and in these changes, a new substance is made. Like they have shown you, a new substance is made, or the change is irreversible. So all these changes are chemical changes. Understand? I have more examples. This one, physical changes. Okay, what are they telling you? Crushing a can. Now this is a physical change. Means in this kind of change, no new substance is made. Melting an ice cube, boiling water. Boiling water will turn into steam, and the steam, if condensed, it will turn again back into water. Mixing sand with water. Now, if we just evaporate the water, what will be left behind? Only sand. So no new substances. Breaking a glass, dissolving sugar in water, shredding paper means tearing paper, chopping wood. If we just chop wood, it is a physical change. If we burn wood, it will be a chemical change. Okay. If we just chop wood, it will be a physical change. Mixing green and red marbles, sublimation of dry ice. Sublimation means turning into steam, directly turning into steam. That is sublimation. Okay, next, chemical changes. You can also see these pictures: iron rusting, burning, cooking an egg, baking a cake. This one is not related. Banana rotting, vinegar plus baking soda, fireworks. Okay, all these are chemical changes. All these are what? Chemical changes. So I hope you understand from today's pictures that what do we mean by reversible and irreversible changes, and what do we mean by physical and chemical. These two are the main things in today's topic. So okay, now I'm going to ask from you what we have studied. So now I'm going to unmute you one by one. So I'm unmuting you. Yes, unmute yourself. Students, unmute yourself. Now I have unmuted you. I have unmuted you. Now you can unmute yourself. Okay. Yes,
Teacher, I am
students.
unmuted.
All of you can unmute. Yes, Zain Ali. Unmute yourself. I've
Teacher, I
unmuted
have
them.
unmuted.
Yes, I've unmuted.
I
Okay,
have
now.
also.
Okay. Okay, now students, you can tell me which kind of change is reversible or irreversible. Okay, now, first one. What can we see? A juice and an ice cream. So it is an irreversible change or a reversible change? Yes,
Hello.
students.
Yes.
Yes.
Teacher, we can
It is
turn.
irreversible.
If you just melt the ice cream, what kind of shape it will attain?
Juice.
It will melt into again
Teacher,
into
like a juice.
yes. Again, it will melt into a juice. So it
Like a
will be
mota
a it will be a reversible change. Students, be quiet and just answer the question. Yashad, be attentive. Okay, in the next picture, what are you seeing?
टीचर मेरा नाम यशाद नहीं है यशद है
Yashad, be quiet. What can you see in this picture? This one. Yes, tell me, it is a reversible or irreversible change? Yes?
irreversible
Reversible. Yes, it is
It
a
is reversible.
reversible change. Why? Because it can again turn back into
Teacher, I am correct.
ice can turn melted into water and water can be turned back into ice. Okay, this one. Who will tell me this change? Burning wood. Yes, burning wood is
Pocket.
yes, students. Burning wood. Frying an egg. Frying an egg is it is also irreversible. Yes. Okay, next one is one. Okay, so all these are reversible and irreversible changes.